What's going on, Psych Perspectives, GeoFucks? And you know I had to make a video on this topic. Singer, the Tank, in his comments around men who have performed sexual acts or sexual intercourse, flirting, touching, kissing, oral, whatever it may be, with other men doesn't necessarily make them gay. And I had to jump on this conversation and add my 2 cents. I agree with Tank because, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? And I'm just gonna go on and say it. Nobody really says anything when cis women are literally hugging all up on their girlfriends, kissing and making out with their girlfriends, having sex and, experimenting and doing what they do in college, and don't get me wrong, this is not every cis heterosexual person does not engage with the same gender, same sex. They don't. Okay, everybody doesn't experiment like that. That is very true. But I also agree with Tank because I've seen this from my own eyes. I've seen people participate in what many folks would call in homosexual activities, yet they do not identify as gay. They do not identify as bisexual. They don't identify as pansexual. It was just that moment in time that they were experimenting with that other person that just happened to be same sex, same gender, right? And you have a lot of people, if we're being honest, who do that, but yet they identify as heterosexual. They're in relationships with the opposite gender. They're married to the opposite gender, but they had that one, activity or that experiment or that experience, and now that's in the past. I think we have to be very careful with not passing unnecessary judgment on folks. And also, this goes to show you how ingrained homophobia is. And it also shows how the double standards are between gender, right? Because like I said, it's seen as, oh, that's what college girls do. They go to college and they make out with their friends, and they experiment, and they have threesomes and they do this and that. But yet when it comes to men, we don't let men experiment. We don't let men, just kiss and make out with their guy friends. We don't do that. And then we're so quick to call somebody gay. And this is something that I've seen throughout my life, man. Anytime you got somebody that's always worried about somebody else's sexuality, 9 times out of 10, they themselves are in the closet. Once again, people who are secure with their sexuality, with their gender, do not spend their lives trying to police other people's sexuality, other people's gender. I mean, you got to ask yourself, you must not have much of a life to be so concerned about who somebody else is fucking. I'm just being real. Like, why are you so concerned if somebody is having sex with the same sex, the opposite sex? Why are you concerned? They're not fucking you. They're not sleeping with you. And this is what I mean by a lot of people. And then I was talking to my good friend last night, and they made some really great points. This is another reason why, man, I'm not saying this to justify, but I'm just expressing, why in some cases, right? And this is what my friend said, and I agree with them. This is also why so many people in the black community are on the DL, on the down low. This is why so many of us are in the closet, because we know if we express our truths, there's a big possibility that we're going to be ostracized from our community, from our family, from our friends. We're going to be treated differently. We're going to be looked down upon. I mean, hello. There's been 22 black trans women have been murdered, have been killed in the black community by black cisgendered men. Let's just cut the bullshit. It's black cisgendered men killing black trans women. All right? It is an epidemic. At this point, you basically have serial murderers at this point. Like, you have serial killers. Like, you're literally, and then nobody cares. There's not, much discussion about it within the black community. And then those of us that are discussing it, we're seen as, oh, you guys are fags, you guys are trannies, you guys are, you're corrupting the world. You're pushing the LGBT agenda. We're pushing the LGBT agenda because we don't want you killing people. Right. Again, I support Tank in his comments. I also think, ultimately, it's none of your business what a person's sexuality is unless they intend to have sex with you. Right? And that's another thing. Like, why are we, again, I'm going to say it again as I close out this video. Why are we so worried about who somebody else is fucking? Or who is fucking someone? You need to be worried about who you're fucking. You need to make sure that you're enjoying the sex that you're having. That, anyways, let me know what y'all think. I'm out.